Typing in mixed reality and virtual reality has always been difficult. On Quest 3, Vision Pro, and other headsets, they're all trying some slightly different methods to try to make it easier. And I know the big players are always working on software updates to try to make kind of better changes to that type of input. So with all that in mind, Quest 3 now has a new experimental feature called Surface Keyboard. In order to access this, you need to be on the public test channel on version 85 or higher. I just got access to this. It's been rolling out for the last couple of weeks. Let me show you how it looks to set it up, and we will see how well it works. So we got a nice clean flat surface here. And now the keyboard shows up, and I can move it around as needed. Honestly, this feels a little small, but let's go. Use the touchpad. Look at that. That works really well, actually. So we have this virtual touchpad. Now, notice if I'm out here, nothing happens to the mouse. And then when I move here, you can actually see the mouse all over the environment with almost no latency. That's really cool. All right, let's see what's next. All right, practice typing. Hello. That's not too bad on a first try here. And now let's see if it is actually able to understand more than just my pointer fingers. That's cool. It seems like it's working actually really well for all of my finger tracking. And now I've got this great mouse here. Let's see if can I use 2 fingers and scroll? That's perfect. Okay, touchpad placement on the right. We can also move this to the left if you are left-handed. Tracking speed. So we have all these standard things we can change. Now I'm wondering if I were to click, oh, okay, if I double click and hold, that allows me to select. And now I can move it back and forth. Invert scroll direction. I don't think we need that. We can make the pointer size bigger. Great. And that all looks good. So let's start typing normally. If I want to say hello there. And I think the best way to look at this actually is just looking right here so you can see both the keyboard and what I'm typing. So you can see how fast I'm able to type with, again, this is my first time really playing around with this. Notice also we have some different things here. That button allows us to kind of reposition the keyboard. The rest are standard things like emojis and numbers, etc. So for example, I can even click here. And then we even have another virtual keyboard that's showing up with numbers, which is a little strange. We do have the number pad here. We can do some settings here. But these again are going to be just like kind of the standard settings. I can't seem to make the Surface keyboard any bigger. Let me see if I can do a true typing test. All right, this is a little tough to kind of look up and down. I'm going to try to put this way down here. Okay. Oops. There we go. Almost 60 words per minute. My first time using this virtual keyboard. I mean, that is not bad at all. Let's try one more, and I'm going to try to look down at the keyboard a little bit more to kind of show you what I'm typing. .62, so I'm even getting a little bit better. Super impressive for just a virtual keyboard like this. I gotta say, Meta's implementation of this Surface keyboard for a first run is fantastic. Again, first and just experimental phase. Love the touchpad too. Watch as I just move this around. I mean, that just works great. And I think that should give you a good feel for what Surface Keyboard looks like on Quest 3. Now, there isn't anything really like this for Vision Pro, but I saw recently a new app came out from an individual developer, so they don't have kind of base access to the system. But this new app came out allowing you to do something similar on Vision Pro. Let's go ahead and try that now. You cannot apply this keyboard across your system, but you can open the app and use their keyboard and then copy paste whatever you're typing. So not super useful, but interesting just to test out and see how well it works compared to what we just tried on the Quest 3. Now it is $8.99. I went ahead and bought it, so you don't have to. Let's go ahead and take a look. Here's what the app looks like. And we actually have a few different keyboards we can choose. So we're gonna select a keyboard. Here is kind of the default keyboard here. They got another one here we can try, and then some more. And oh, so they're asking for $4 on top of the $9 I already paid. Another $3. Gosh, they're trying to charge for other keyboards as well. I don't know about that, but at least we can try the app with one of these two keyboards available. Let's go for the default. And we're going to continue. Open keyboard. And we have this nice typing interface here. We can actually change keyboards here as well, but we're not going to worry about that. Notice the keyboard, it's too low, so it's not really snapping properly to this surface, but we can move it, of course, and manually just try to put it where we think it would make sense. The size of this keyboard does seem a little bit bigger compared to what I just showed you on the Quest 3. It looks good. Now let's see how it goes. It looks like maybe it's still too low. Now it's maybe a little bit too high. So it's frustrating because I can't just put my hands on the table like I did on the Quest 3 and just have it at the right level. You can see how my fingers are kind of floating through the keyboard. It's not very accurate. So again, it's a little bit of a trial and error to try to get this right. In the meantime, I can also show you this button here allows me to actually have a lot more control over the keyboard as well. So we can go ahead and move it this way. Rotate, and then kind of angle it as well. So this seems as flat as possible. Let's actually reset it. And now that we have this kind of set up in a space that we like, let me try again. And it's laggy. It's just not feeling that good. Comparing this directly to the Quest 3 keyboard, maybe not fair because this is a whole team at Meta, at Quest, trying to figure this out and kind of built it within the system with the whole kind of internal software stack available to them. This person, individual, trying their best to make this without really having deep access to all of the Vision Pro system. Maybe that makes it a little bit harder. I'm hoping that Apple themselves will come out with something similar to what we just saw at the Quest 3, but otherwise, an app like this, not ready for prime time. Let me know what you think. Would you guys try to use one of these keyboards on your Quest 3 or Vision Pro? What else is missing in your opinion? Thanks for watching, and I'll keep testing these as they come out.